And so, have you ever looked at any of the lyrics and gone, are you sure about this? Or do you just sort of look at them and go...
No, sometimes I think he's being too honest. You look at the album, that was born out of lockdown, so...
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, when we're playing now, we're probably playing with a bit more of a smirk in his face and a bit more of a glint in his eye, because the time when he wrote them, he was probably crying that the sun was cracking through his window and he had nothing to do and couldn't see anybody. Because at the time you didn't even live with your girlfriend or anything, you sort of like, it was by himself. And then when it did open a bit, then we'll almost write him remotely. He'll write the songs and then say, can you do something with this? So the only ever time I've said something about the lyrics is, I think you've squashed too many words in that one sentence, and I try and say, like, can we just take little bits out just to make it flow a little bit? But then sometimes the tone's like, oh yeah, that's good, or I'll say, no, that's
this is my lyric.
That's how it's going to be, yeah. Just sometimes I was thinking, oh, if I just change that, maybe that might just rhyme a little bit and just make it a little bit more coherent. But generally, it just is what it is, isn't it? But it's true, we do play it with a bit more glint as I know.
Well, it was a bad time in the lockdown. It wasn't great. It was pretty rubbish. It was alright to start with, and it was pretty rubbish. And so yeah, it's I had a guitar, and that's what I did. I started playing my guitar, and then out of sitting and playing, the songs came about, and then it was quite. I thought, oh god, this is dour. Do you know what I mean? It's too dour. It is too when school got a job, and then it kind of now playing it. With my ministers, we really enjoy playing it because it's not that time.
So it's almost like you can look back on it and not feel as much of the...
Well, I can see me at that point.
Yeah.
Because it's me, I can see where my head was. It might, I might be driving a beach buggy in the song, but I might have had a pedestrian in my life, but that's...
Nice analogy, I'm not quite sure where
It's an interesting visual actually. We've just been, one of our friends just made a music video that went with the song, and the music video kind of gave even more of an insight into the song. And I think it's a bit of a dying art, music videos.
Well, people don't watch them.
Yeah.
They've got like 7 seconds on a 6-inch screen.
Everything's got to fit within a 7-second minute. Who would have said that when we went to album where you need to get your chorus in 7 seconds?
Yeah.
And a lot of people do. You think now most songs start with the chorus, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, we've got 3 minutes is long enough for a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we were saying, like, we're talking about going to doing this next album, the production techniques, listening to stuff, listening to sounds, and then saying, these people, they've just done 5 minutes. It's like, we never do that. We never just add a couple of bars just going around the riff and make us pad it out. We just get on with it and then it's finished and then the next song.
And even the next album we've been working on is even more to the point than that. There's some like 2.5 minutes songs.
Bordering on Napalm Death.
Yeah.
In 5 years' time, when the song's going to be like 20 seconds longer and just...
The interesting thing about the anti-album is because when we went in the studio and the guy was going to engineer it, so I said, we need to get to the chorus quicker and we need to put this, and he's a great producer, he could have put loads of sparkle to it. And then Tone was like, no, that's why it's called the anti-album, because Tone was like, oh no, I don't want to do that, I want to go against it, I want to rail against it.
Yeah.
But now it makes even more sense and more organically now, because with the advance of AI, people don't want stuff to sound perfect and polished. Because as soon as it sounds too perfect, it's like people are like, oh, I've used AI on that. So this next album will even really probably more against the production of it, because we don't really sound twee and nice, because someone else can go in the bedroom with AI now, and it's just like,
this is
people aren't even musicians.
Computers don't make mistakes, so that's how we're going to know it's human. I always say this, right? I think AI might be quite good, not as, I wouldn't use it because I wouldn't know how to use it, but I think it might be quite good because I think people will value real, lived songwriting.
Yeah, the difference between the two is, I've seen that in writing.
Yeah, and I think so people will dance to some of the Macintosh, Apple Mac's written. But I think people also listen to stuff. Some music's only there to get you from the lobby to the floor with your hotel room's on, you know what I mean? There's incidental music, and for stuff like that, maybe so. But I just think it's...
And there's always crap. Like my dad was a punk promoter in the 70s, and I used to talk all the time about, oh, I wish I could have gone to this gig, I wish I could have gone to this gig. And he said, what you don't realise is, yeah, those gigs happened and they were amazing. He said, there was a lot of rubbish as well.
Yeah.
And like in the 90s, like I loved a lot of the sort of guitar-based music of the 90s, but when my dad said that to me, I thought, actually, yeah, like I can look at 90s nights now and go, bloody hell, that's not a 90s night, that's the stuff the 90s should have left behind.
But the 90s was good because you'd see rockers at Radiohead gigs, you'd see indie kids watching Prodigy. Everyone went to see everything because it was going out, wasn't it? You know, and that's that AI thing, just going back to that. I think we live in an age where when you go in a pub and they've got the menu, and on the menu they've put hand-cut chips, right? Who gives a shit? So the fact that that is on the menu, that these chips are cut by hand, they're not cut by a chipping machine, cut by hand, not even one of them egg slices. So, well, no, it's just to make sure that you know that it's, I don't know, why is it? But why are people bothered about hand-cut chips and then not bothered about a piece of art by a painter or a song by a songwriter, or a poem by a poet, or a story by a guy? You know what I mean? Because it's going to be good. It's going to actually get rid of a lot of people that are AI already.
Yeah, that's because actually there are musicians, well, they're not musicians, there are people already, I would argue, that have this formulaic thing and they just put it out there with, I play keyboard and you sometimes hear it's the same chords over and over again, different person singing.
In fairness, down on 3 chords, but you're going to get round to the same one again.
Yeah. Which 3?
F, G and H.
So you're working on some new stuff at the moment. Tell us a bit about that.
We'll just practice it before, aren't we? Well, in fact, we're going to do a little gig on Wednesday, aren't we? We're going to try and sort of, not showcase him, it's in an environment where it's not like a PA room, it's just an environment where people, like the folk club, where people come and listen to songs and listen to lyrics. And it's a good chance to just showcase them, try them out really, innit? But we've got pretty much a full album ready, haven't we?
We've got 9.5 songs.
It's how we can disrupt them and make them even less
We've got an old reel 4, you can record 4 tracks on it. It's 2 guitars and 2 vocals, and some stuff we can do with a little bounce and it, so it might get like a bit of rhythm on background of it. But I really want to, even if it's a demo, make it the best demo that you could ever make so that it gets the people excited who want to make records and say, I want to be involved in making this record. It's a real challenge to get it better than what you've just given us, because that's what it's about. But then they understand it's also about the people who say, I can't put you on the playlist because it's a bit too raw. So we put us on a raw set, you know, listen list. You know what I mean? Have a raw listen list. Don't have soppy listen lists. You know what I mean? So it's people still want polished, and that's we like being in the level we're at. It suits us.
Yeah, it's brilliant. We're looking forward to the gig today and to the album in the future.
Yeah, the next one.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming and talking to us.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.